I wish not.
I think we're live. Hold on. Yeah, we're live. We're live. So let me play the tune. I'll play the tune. So here we go.
Time for a little blah, 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 with a little bit of yada, yada, yada. Nudge, nudge, know what I mean? It's time for the BCMT. Here's your host with the most. It's Gerry time with Martin and Danny. It's Gerry time with Martin and Danny. It's Gerry time.
Martin. Oh, that's Danny. That's Danny. Fuck you. It's over there.
He's better in real life when it comes to finding me.
Gerry time.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah.
It's so weird to hear my real name. And not my internet name.
Well, it's Gerry and Danny time with Martin. That's the way it should be saying it. It's Gerry and Danny time with Martin. And then, of course, Comic Relief Crusader is
make me a third wheel, asshole.
Yo.
I'm not the only one doodling. I have my buddy Mike here.
I'm the fourth wheel to balance it all out.
Car needs four wheels. What are you guys talking about? Stop whining.
Are we the four horsemen of the apocalypse?
Oh my god.
I hope so.
Oh, good lord. Good lord. Good lord, as Father would say. I have to call him this weekend. I really do. He's wanting to come here this month for April. And I don't know. I want him to be here when Anima is here. So I want him to meet
Who knows when this is going to be.
So if anybody is noticing, I am not wearing the wig right now, the Annie wig, the Bob Ross wig. And that thing's uncomfortable. It's very scratchy. It's one of those prop store, or Halloween store wigs.
Right.
So it's not designed for comfort. So I am going to put this up there from this point forward. There it is. I will wear the wig for 1 hour for $10. That is the only way I'm going to wear that goddamn wig. Good Googa Mooga, man. That thing. It is so itchy.
Torture Gerry. Go torture Gerry, please.
I'll put it at the top. I'm going to pin it.
Do it.
So let me pin it there. I'm pinning it. I'm doing it now.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember back in the 80s and going into the 90s, like to do a proper Arnold after it was after 1990, after he did Total Recall.
Right.
Recall. Anyway, after he did Total Recall, you had to do the had to stick your tongue out of the mouth because the puppet that Rob Bottin made the tongue waggle back and forth.
Yeah.
And I have a gap like he did when he did the movie. See, but he had his teeth fixed right around the time he did Total Recall. I'm not sure. Did he have the teeth?
You'll never forgive him for that.
I did forgive him, but I did. What I don't forgive him for is, and don't get me wrong, he did apologize for the shit he said about "to hell with your rights," the damn vaccine. He later said, "Look, man, he bought into the Fauci shit." But the thing is the one went viral. His apology didn't. So a lot of people don't know that he actually apologized for that shit. But I'm still mad at him about it.
I know that he did. Just I don't care.
Well, I care. It's just I'm still mad about it.
I'll pretend to care.
I forgive him, but I'm not going to forget he did it.
Right.
And that's that rule you should live by. You should forgive people for things. Just don't ever forget they fucking did it.
Exactly.
And hey, Penny's here and Snort's here.
Penny,
guys.
Snort.
Snorty's here. Oh, I didn't know this. We have a polar bear avatar. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Things you
Had
don't
it for
know.
ages.
Did not know.
That's very cool.
What? This is not a poop? You didn't know Snortapupu's avatar? It's a
I never
polar
look
bear?
at the avatars. They're so fucking tiny.
No, I'm over there right
Who's
now
talking?
looking in the chat, and over on YouTube, and it's fucking huge. Avatars are big over there. So let me switch my camera to my OBS camera. So there I am.
You know what
Hi,
YouTube
guys.
does to StreamYard, so I'm not.
It's
okay with
Saturday.
that.
You can tell I'm wearing my fancy shirt. Yeah, this is my date night shirt normally.
Ah.
So there you have it. I'll put that damned wig back on because that itches like crazy, guys. I will put it on there if somebody does that.
Date night shirt. I'm glad you're wearing stuff when we date.
Oh, really?
That's so wrong, man.
I love his avatar.
Is it really though? I know, right?
Good thing he never listens to what I say anyway. I can say what I want.
One of those pictures, like he'll pop up out of the water on you, and you go, oh, and then he starts eating you while you're alive, never killing you until you fucking just die suddenly from cardiac arrest.
That's right.
The thing is, look exactly like my dog used to look.
This is a fun conversation between Bill and John in the book. They just finished a game of basketball. That's what I drew yesterday.
Right.
And on this one, it goes because Phil's Bill. I'm sorry, not Phil. Bill is like kind of like, what's going on, man? How can you always stay so chill and relax? You know, and Bill is based on my grandfather, so he constantly shakes from the PTSD. And the only times that his shaking, Lady O, that's John Osteen's woman there. How to taste polar bears? There are lots of otter cocktails. Yeah. I'm not going to wear the wig today unless somebody pays me $10 for it. So tell John, it's just, I love the wig. It's itchy as hell. And as soon as somebody tips me $10, or you guys can all tip in there for $1. And once it reaches $10, I will fucking put that wig on for the rest of the show. But good God.
Just wait
Lady
till Tim
V,
shows up then.
You are awesome. You and John are amazing people. So let's go through this scene. So can you see the blue line or not?
I can. Yes.
Okay, you can.
Hey, boss.
These are my blue line pencils. Some of it is inked. And he's like explaining, look, you can have 3 guys go into the same fight, and afterward you have 3 different reactions to what happened. Some guys are more sensitive and get more fucked up over it. So none of it fazed you, Bill says. And John replies, no, I feel it. I just do my own thing there's a typo. I caught a typo. I'm also my own editor.
I think Martine is trying to say something.
Yeah, look at the private
reading.
Oh, fine. Oh,
it's hard for me to get from one screen to the other right now.
Okay, so, don't jump.
Sensitive.
Yeah, somebody's sensitive today.
Oh, hey, look, I don't have an editor. So, I have to proof everything myself.
I can do that once I'm over there. I'm good at proofreading.
So some guys are more sensitive and get more fucked up over it. So none of it fazed you. No, I feel it too. I just do my own thing in dealing with PTSD. Like what? I just keep creating more new trauma to keep it at bay. So it can't catch me. Should I say catch me or catch up with me?
No, catch me. It sounds more.
Okay.
It sounds more real.
And then that makes Bill laugh. Ha 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 ha. So you build model kits? He goes, yeah. What kind? Star Wars and shit. Nerd. Oh man, fuck you. I have to go pick up my new leg. We can get some beer afterward. Copy that. And that's the end of the scene.
Damn it.
What that?
Because the prosthetic leg he's been training on, and we get what do you call it? A montage of him training on the different, not personally fitted legs. He's just learning how to walk on them while they're preparing his new leg that will fit him perfectly. So I do a montage scene where you see him climbing stairs, walking, running. And in reality, I actually show him jump too. But in reality, he would have 3 different legs for each job. But I can't have his character changing them all the time. So these are the things you do in fiction. People will call me on it later going, hey, man, he'd have different legs. So you guys heard it here. Yeah, I know that. I know he would have 3 different legs. But I just simply don't feel like showing him switching legs between every action. It just doesn't work.
It's not important.
It is important. It's just it interferes with storytelling.
Yes, it stops the action.
Yeah.
I'm going to add. There, I'm going to add more to that line. So you said you build model kits. That's it. Then I'll have him say, yeah. What kind? Star Wars shit. And then he just has this, I want to have an ellipses is hanging out there like he's about to say something. And then he goes, nerd. He's, oh man, fuck you. And the whole thing is they're going to hang out that night. And that night is the night that he does what he does that changes everything when he stops that crime at a convenience store where he goes to pick up the beer. And I guess I can show some of the artwork that I've done here on the channel for people to watch. This is some I need to finish today, actually. I got these guys walking out of the bar. Open, but I want to show the ones that I've finished so far. You know, shut the fuck up, Cat.
Hey, don't talk.
He adds nothing to this show.
She just wanted to compliment you on your drawing. Now she's like, fuck you.
Let's see. I did this drawing, this drawing, this drawing, this drawing. There we go. So here's some pages. I finished that one. I finished that one. I'm almost through with this one. I should really finish that one today if I can. And this one, I just need to draw the newspaper laying there on his desk and then add that as one of the articles in it. The cat gives valuable feedback. All right, Lady
That's
V.
right, Lady V, you tell him.
Crack that whip.
And I ended up changing this to be just one single panel. You know, splash page with one insert. And if you're wondering why it says tech-ow to cow, that's because he's hearing the echo behind him, making him turn. Then he heads back to see what John did, and he's already back up on the rooftop. And he yells at him, because he's been pissed at him for what he's been doing. You're nothing but a vigilante. And he says, you just make sure you publish what I said. And that's, of course, that piece you just saw, the previous page.
Right.
This page, I finished this page on the show. I actually finished this last panel on when I was on KGRA while we were talking last Monday. I finished that entire panel.
Yo, Bill.
And I finished that page. I think it looks good. Although I do need to tone that down a little bit.
Why?
No, I don't know. I don't think you.
No. Looks
No, I
awesome,
don't think
man.
you need to. Yeah,
I don't think so either.
yeah. No, leave it like that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I'm just gradation level. I was dropping it down just a hint because it
I
was
see.
too
For
dark.
a moment, I thought
It-
you were going to say, I wasn't really asking you.
Yeah, I'm not really give a shit what you guys say. No, right about there because I want to make sure the lines are clear on the drawing.
Right. No, I get
So-
that.
Because it's background. I'll close that. Yes.
I don't know. Go back to the way it was for a sec.
It's too late.
Okay.
I can open
Fine.
it. Jesus Christ, it's just a file. Let me open it back up. I got to make sure they match is the big thing. I got to open both these pages.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. Okay.
Do you have the gradient? It needs to
Right.
match
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
this
then,
page,
yeah.
and it doesn't. So I need to basically take this in a little bit right here.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, man. I know what I'm doing, man.
Well, yeah, I know what you know.
There we go. Now it's closer. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. Yeah. Study it like a college exam.
You know, I took an exam when I was in fake college.
Oh yeah.
I bet that really confused the professor who Bob Terwilliger was.
Did you pass?
I have no clue. I didn't get it back because there was no Bob Terwilliger in the class. He just got this test, and I've been sitting in his class the whole semester, and I'm like, I'll take your damn test. But I couldn't find out how I did. So I want to finish this today. I like this page a lot. This is what happens right before they meet up with some more of the bikers to go deal with something. I don't want to say what it is. And John is in his car waiting for him and goes biker bowling with his car.
Oh,
One of my favorite scenes.
And I will not open that page up, but I will let you see. Where is it at? There is a panel of it. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's in the next one. Where's the, oh, here it is. Yeah, that all happens here. That's the most I'm going to let you see it. That's it. That's your sneak peek because I got to finish drawing it. I like having Aaron in here when he was thin. I mean, fat. Because he got chubby, and I kind of liked it. It wasn't like overly fat. He just looked like your average dad bod guy.
Right.
And that's when I met him and asked him to be in the book.
oh.
It's Shanatsky. You know.
The wraith of evil.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you
How are you,
backing
man?
me? Are you my backing vocals, Mike?
He's just Mike.
Sure.
He doesn't know
He's
what
just
he's
Mike.
doing.
And failing miserably.
Let's see. I watched Bosch Legacy season 3, 4 episodes that dropped. Look, man, I fucking love Bosch.
I do
it was
too.
a book series, and it was it's two different book series. Technically, 3 different book series. You have the Bosch series, then you have the Lincoln Lawyer series of books, which Bosch is in those because Bosch has always known that he was his brother, half brother.
Right.
Mick didn't know that until after the first story, and he finds out that he's his half brother. And so they start out as antagonists with each other, slowly working together. And that's why in Legacy, the actual attorney he works with in those stories is his brother, Mick, the Lincoln Lawyer. But because it's a different production company, They had to change things for this show, and they had to change things for Lincoln Lawyer, because the detective he works with in that is supposed to be Bosch, but they can't use Bosch for some reason. I wish they would have just signed an agreement with each other to be able to cross over. But nope, it's not going to happen.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, we have the
What?
Bush here.
Bush, how you doing, buddy?
Bush.
Boosh.
What is it? I know who is it. Ah, here it is.
He looks draw rings.
That's because his name is Simon, and he likes to do drawings.
Yeah, the fucking British and the way they say things.
Yeah, so silly.
They had consonants where they don't belong.
Yeah. Silly people.
Quit making up rules to language. You don't understand them.
Well, to be fair, English is
Herr
their
Vershoff.
language. So.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. The name
It's
Werner
Werner.
sounds
We need
like it
more Werner.
starts with a V. Guess what? It starts with a W. Screw you.
Yeah. Werner.
Is it Werner or Werner?
Werner.
What she said.
And stop fucking with German names. It's bad enough when the actors dump them down for you Americans so you can pronounce them.
Dumb them down or make them better?
They're definitely not better.
Oh,
No.
Shots
Oh.
fired.
My.
Hi, Gambit.
I'm going to get my pen and start drawing.
All right.
I think I'm in dire need of ibuprofen right now, though, so I'm going to take me some ibuprofen. I noticed that when I left the room and came back that everything hurt.
Good one, Snorty. Good one.
What'd he say?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, because who says that he ate too much crawfish, and Snorty says, "Where you been, shellfish?"
Oh,
I think that Fisley has hurt me.
In your fifis.
my fifis.
Bush, I read that as woo woo earner.
So what did you think of the dialogue on this scene?
Good dialogue. Seems very real.
It's the one thing I think I'm actually good at is writing dialogue. That I'm good at creating stories and I'm really good at writing dialogue, but boy, oh boy, I have trouble setting up scenes sometimes. And writing doesn't come to me first nature like drawing does.
Right.
So what I end up doing is, Bill, I totally saw that trailer, dude. I fucking loved it. It's because Chris and his buddy were showing it on Film Threat. So I went over and watched it over on their show. And I'm like, that entire film is made with AI. And it looks like a typical B movie. It looks good. It looks as good as any B movie.
Huh.
And this Karen fucking just loses her shit and is going to start killing people. And
a German is the head manager who is like no reason.
yeah, he's German. Jim Merman. He's Ethel Merman.
Oh, wow.
Another one is what was it? Like Star Wars, the 90s Star Wars, like Star Wars 4 or something like that. Is Arnold in it? That's
Oh my God! What? What?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Saw
Arnold
that.
does not belong in
That
the
is
Star Wars.
hilarious.
Correct.
With Will Smith.
Yeah, Star Wars 4 1994. I'll copy the link.
Oh
Yeah,
my
please.
god.
That's a terrible
It
idea.
is.
No,
it
no,
is
no, no,
so
no, no.
funny.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, there you go in
hilarious.
private chat if you want to have.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking Ewoks in armor.
So good.
Yeah. What do you say,
Arnold
boss?
does need the Force. The Force needs
Should we
Arnold.
see? Should we play it or?
Yeah, it's AI. It's not copyrighted. Thanks,
Oh,
Congress.
the music.
I forget if they used the John Williams stuff or not.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, either way, still fun.
Don't worry about it. Fuck it. It's not my channel. Thanks much.
You're welcome.
You're
Wait.
welcome.
Let me go through some.
No, I have wanted to see those versions
Uh.
of movies as a parody, where it was like whoever was the big star at the time, they just throw them into something. So I've always thought it would be hilarious to have like Eddie Murphy
Oh,
as
yeah.
like a William Yutani executive in an Aliens movie. Hold it!
It's Billy D. Williams, maybe. Right? Like he could be a young Billy D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I don't want you sticking no banana up my tailpipe, Han.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, or why don't they do that with AI? It'd be hilarious, like if Eddie Murphy starred in Die Hard. Hans, I hear ya.
Dude. Yeah.
Hans.
God, can you imagine? I'd love that.
Your distinct ability to put bananas into tailpipes will not service
Well-
you here.
Welcome, Chris. Christian DeLorme is here, boss.
Christian! Hey, dude.
Hey, Chris. I can't guarantee I can make it Sunday. He's going to be talking about Jethro Tull. And let me tell you a little story about Jethro Tull that I always love. Is the name Jethro Tull was one of many names they went by when they were coming up.
Right.
And what they said was that the first name that gets a call back is going to be the official band name. And Jethro Tull was the name they went by when they got a call back for a gig.
Oh.
And that's how they became Jethro Tull. I do believe it's Ian Anderson, right? I think he's the lead singer, flautist, songwriter for the band. And he's amazing, man. I bought all of his independent music, including a live jazz album he did. I'm not sure, it might have been a bootleg, but I bought it. It was at that record store that Steve Niles and I used to shop at back in Alexandria. I think it was called the Springfield Mall in Alexandria. Huge mall. And the second deck had an amazing record store that had bootlegs, man.
Nice.
They
What
had
does that
great
even mean?
bootleg?
Yeah.
Bootleg? Pirated
Well,
copy.
Yeah, pirated
Okay.
version of a live performance.
Yeah.
There's even bootleg studio albums out there where people got some of the rare recordings that weren't on the album. Get a hold of them, they release it on vinyl and then later in CD and shit. Man,
Or
I miss those
sometimes legal issues cause an album can't be released in its original form.
and so it ends up being released pirately. And the way they do that is the band is involved with it,
Yep.
but they're not officially involved. So they get money, but they kind of get it under the table. So bonjour, mon ami, bonjour. He's the only person on this planet that I will say French and use a proper accent.
Okay. Should I bring up the Star Wars thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you and Christian said the same thing. Jinx, you owe each other a Coke. Christian,
War rages
George?
across the galaxy.
you need to Jinx it.
And the Empire rises
Nice.
again.
Today, we unleash our new clone army.
There's only one man who can take them down. Schwarzenegger is
Oh my
back.
God.
Pirate gang
Yeah.
of Dantooine has been holding our highest grade commando since the last Chicago War.
If we free him, we can take
Aye, aye.
out the global base and cripple the Empire supply chain.
And he didn't come alone.
Who the hell are you?
Oh no.
They destroyed everything he loved.
I love how his clothes change
I
constantly.
told you I'll be back.
Yes.
And back. You are.
And now he's back to settle the score.
Damn. Bloody.
Why don't you ask my Wookiee?
He's the party blaster.
You gave a killer performance.
This summer, prepare yourself for the motion picture event of a lifetime.
I know you got some short ass legs, but y'all better pick up the pace.
Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't need the Force. The Force needs him.
A toast to censorship
Oh my
and
God, the
tyranny.
beast.
Here comes the censorship and tyranny.
Oh, the Empire done fucked up now.
Star Wars 4. Coming soon to a theater near you.
That was just awful, but also really amazing.
No, it wasn't awful. It was awesome.
That's what I was doing.
I still find it hilarious that was it Michael Jackson wanted to be Jar Jar Binks. Could you imagine that?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I would love to see that.
Hey, you said people gonna die?
Okay, we have $5 Canadian super chat from Christian Delorme.
Whoa, there's 5.
Yes.
No. I put the thing up there.
Yep.
No. This is only a super chat unrelated to the wig.
Okay.
Okay. Anima is a beautiful European princess. Butter
Yes, she
in
is.
her up so she can let Gerry come on the stream. Whatever you say. I can always say that it's a language barrier. I didn't get it. So for you. Let me find someone. Oh, we haven't used this in ages.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
I told
How
Pablo.
many
You're so
done
sweet,
Commando?
Kristen.
The force is Austrian.
Well, that's force, yeah.
It's no longer the force, it's the force.
The force.
Yeah, you got it, Mike.
Tiny. The force.
I feel the force deep within you.
Lightsaber to enemies. Use the force before you. Hear the lamentation as a million voices of silence.
Now that you've got the force in you, how about the little Arnold?
Get to the midichlorians.
Oh, man.
Yes, that was the only thing that was missing. A Will Smith slap.
Oh, yeah, that'd be perfect in there. Get to the Padre
The word
side.
that said out of your goddamn mouth. Bang everyone. Your wife has.
Oh, Siddhartha Purpose wants to know, or he's asking to Christian, if that butter from used to butter anima is Gerry's special backdoor butter.
Oh,
Fuck
gross.
Oh,
That's so
Oh,
gross.
Siddhartha Purpose.
That's the
Bad polar bear.
grossest breach we
Bad
ever
polar
had.
bear.
Yeah.
listen,
that's
I know it's
naughty.
the internet, but even then, let's stay a little out of the gutter.
But he gets a backdoor video for that.
Okay. Our favorite.
Open your back door, baby. Loosen your hinges, I'll show you my key.
It's Monkey's least favorite.
Man, I almost wish Arnold had been a Star Wars movie just for all the behind the scenes videos of him trying to talk to George Lucas. So Arnold in the scene will be, yes, I get it, George. You explained it like 20 times. When do I get to kill someone?
Yeah. Let me tell you something, George. It would be the best movie ever. I would take out the entire empire. You will be proud.
Oh man, and Arnold on the commentary track.
Oh yeah.
You can talk about more than just what's going on in the movie, Arnold. Yes, but in this scene, I'm getting lightsaber for the first time. Watch, I swing it. Oh my god, it's amazing. I love that Total Recall commentary.
I think one of my favorite comments in an interview about fighting with lightsabers was from Ewan McGregor, because the interviewer, something Norton, I forget, asked if they ever had any problems with making the lightsaber noise while they were fighting or doing a scene. He goes, "Oh, we all kept getting in trouble for it. They'd all make the wum 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 noise, the sound when it would clash."
Come on, guys. I need you to take this serious. I'm paying you tolerable wages for this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was it? The guy that voiced Darth Maul, he's got a hilarious story where he's talking about it. Because he spent his own money to
lightsaber noise. Right.
Well, it's like, what was it? He goes like he's meeting with George Lucas to do the voice with Darth Maul. It's like, so what's your motivation, George? And everything. I want him to sound really evil. He's like, okay.
Apparently, that wasn't even his voice.
No, that's the dude from
The Tick.
No, the guy that did the voice is the roommate, the housemate in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, him too, and John Wick.
And
he
did. He did play
guy.
the updated version.
Yeah.
Oh, the Clone Wars one is the guy that plays like Star Killer. He's in a couple things. Let's see here. But no, have you ever seen Kitchen Gun?
No.
No.
Oh. It's from his show. Oh.
Whose show?
There you go. There's Kitchen Gun. It's a short thing. It's like less than a minute.
Okay. Wait.
Yes. Okay.
This kitchen is so hard to clean. If only there was an easier way.
Hi, I'm Derek Bum. Say goodbye to daily stains and dirty stuff with new Kitchen Gun. This sink is filthy, but just 3 shots from Kitchen Gun, and it sparkles like new. Look how it cleans this greasy hob. Goodbye, dirt. Grubby tiles. I love you, Kitchen Gun. Rusty taps. Bang, bang. You can even use it on the washing up. There, all clean again. New Kitchen Gun, now with laser sight and night vision for after dark cleaning.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Didn't
I was
they kind of rip that?
Peter Schnaffer.
You know what? Yeah, because I remember a similar skit from Blue Collar TV with something similar. It was like this the soap shotgun or something like that from Blue Collar TV years ago.
Yeah, that was clearly in the 90s, it looks. So I wonder which came first.
Not
From
that I'm
like-
saying that it's ripped off. I'm just saying it looks.
No, I'm
similar.
curious. What came first?
Yeah.
Let's see. 2007 was the Peter Serafinowicz. I can't say his name right. Serafinowicz. Actually, it's a pretty good like parody he does as well of those old actor videos that they did, where it was like, you know, Michael Caine, a couple other people giving a class
right
on acting. And there's one where he has the Godfather guy, super method guy. Yeah, Marlon Brando. But Marlon Brando is basically Jabba the Hutt.
That's line is entirely wrong.
Hey, Sander.
Hi, Sander.
Hello.
Hello, Sander Hammerschlag.
Are you going to settle down now? Little shithead.
Never. Where is my center? I am having to find my center now. Damn
You
you.
need to ask God.
Center
And-
this.
Let's see. Here's my center mark right about now. Let's go. Yes.
Okay.
Damn it, now I got the tune stuck in my head.
Excuse me while I enjoy my delicious beverage.
Yummy.
You can enjoy it, but that don't mean I will.
I drink urine.
I'm glad to see you're a proud member of the urine drinking community.
Somebody staying up on top of the chat here?
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
we've managed.
Martin.
We've had less hate crimes this stream, so that's always a positive.
That just
The
means
guy
we're
in the
not
drawing
trying
looks like
hard
Martin
enough.
Balsam. This one? Here?
Sure.
It's actually Mike, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Yes. Let's see.
What do you have to say about that, Mike?
Yeah, not today. Not today.
I thought it would be
What?
not today, Satan, but
Well, I gave him a break.
right.
Right. That's
I was surprised to learn that Dr. Evil is just Lorne Michaels.
If you want to see the earliest version of someone doing Logan Michaels, if you've seen Brain Candy, the
yes.
CEO executive guy, that's supposed to be look.
Lord
That's the
Michaels.
earliest one.
Yeah.
I love
It's
Kids in the
such a
Hall.
fun movie. Yeah,
Is that
the
Kids in the Hall?
Amazon.
Is that the one? No, I'm thinking of the Kids in the Hall made that movie, right?
Yeah.
Yep, totally. The I didn't quite like the Amazon release one that they did
The series?
a couple years ago. Yeah,
It was
It-
just
it
it
lost.
lost its luster
it
because they
did.
were taming it down for Amazon.
Yeah, which is pretty disappointing. I think
That's why I don't think they got another season.
yeah.
That's kind of the problem with a lot of revivals. Like they brought back Animaniacs. You remember them doing that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
And it just, I'm sorry, you need the edginess you could do in the 90s, which you can't do anymore.
Yep.
Or maybe we'll be able to in a couple months because it seems that like just tides are changing.
Let's
A lot of those follow-up series, man, it's like Grease too. You remember it exists. Then you go like, why don't I remember anything of that? And then you start watching and going like, oh yeah, that's why. And then you just forget there was a Grease 2, and then suddenly you remember there was a Grease 2, and the whole cycle repeats.
Good for you, Sander. Good for you.
One thing I find weird is that they want to bring back Battlestar Galactica, but they want to bring back the 2000s one. Like no one seems interested in like, hey, I want to do a new spin on that original series, which is what the 2000s was.
Yeah, it's pretty bad that they want to do that.
Yeah, just don't.
It's a miracle it happened. Like,
yeah.
And I didn't like the was it that last season of it, but those first 2 seasons of Battlestar Galactica are, they're just amazing.
My problem was the last 2 were the problem. I felt like they lost something.
Well, as far as I can tell, it seems like because initially they were just greenlight for a mini series, so there was a definitive momentum for just dealing with the fallout of the 12 colonies getting destroyed and trying to run away from the Cylons, all this other shit, and they had things that could draw from the original series, like Admiral Kane, and then like, oh wait, how are we going to do the end game with Earth? Where are the final 5 Cylons? We're gonna make this a big mystery box.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what they ended up doing is basically Cylons made Earth. Humans didn't come from the humans. Humans came from the Cylons. And I'm like, you completely missed the point when you did that.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the whole Mormon belief system that the original series is based on, they definitely took a lot into it. Is the idea that you can become as God. So literally the Cylons made themselves in the image of their creator, which to them was basically their God, which was humanity. I also love finding out them like, yes, thank you for confirming on the Katie Sackhoff podcast that you had no idea what Starbuck was, because I was just going, you're being so vague. I don't think you have any idea.
Yeah, because once she came back, why did she come back? We never got an answer to it.
No, never did. And that bugged me. God, it bugged
my
me so
God,
much.
I didn't think I would ever like somebody as Starbuck after Dirk Benedict. And I'm like, yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah. I know. At first, I hated that idea. I hated it. And then it just...
So Dirk Benedict.
It just rather grew on me, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I see what they're doing here.
Sort of like mold. Yeah, it grows
yeah,
on.
Right? Or Smeg.
They could do the funniest thing forever in the new rebook. They could make Starbuck into a man, and then people get upset about that.
Yeah. Right. But she's a woman.
The man all along, baby.
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels. Like, there was a spiteful part of me that thought, hey, if I ever get Buffy the Vampire series, I'm making Buffy a dude.
No.
Just so they can know what it feels like.
That would be so awesome. I would love to see that
Buffo.
Yeah, and the way around it is like, oh no, see, the male Buffy identifies as a female, so what you gonna do? Yeah, I got you there.
You say that before the show comes out, and then you never actually refer to it.
Yep. Just the whole thing of like Buffy was very of its time, and we felt that we need to make a Buffy for the modern era, and just watch as their heads explode.
Oh, I would love to see that happen. God, I would be so happy.
Lovely
really
shot,
hilarious.
Gerry. I'm glad he's wearing pants.
Oh, it looks like he has a little bit of a chop on going there.
Jesus.
I'm not looking forward to the new Buffy they're doing just because I know she's not going to be a mom. God
I
forbid
don't
that.
know why does everything need to get renewed? Make new stories for fuck's sake.
Because Hollywood is bankrupt intellectually. So it's never going to happen. Never.
I mean, heck, I remember I read that Xena reboot script. It was pretty fucking terrible. They made it so she's the one who accomplished the trials of Hercules. I'm not kidding.
Oh, God. Wait,
going.
That was actually a real thing? They were actually going to do that? A reboot of Xena?
Yeah, I read the script. I'm going, this is literally the pro woman, because they basically made it so Hercules was more like the original Greek Hercules, where he's basically a massive prick.
Yeah.
But it was basically to where Xena was going to show him up in the beginning. That's how it was going to be. Instead of, remember how, we can't have a man be responsible for the redemption of a woman anymore.
Right.
That's
exactly. That's bad.
Yeah, she has to be good all along.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense for Xena. But the whole thematic, interesting part of her as a character is that she's a repentant monster.
Yeah. Modern day feminism. There you go.
Yeah, but now women can't make mistakes. So a character like Xena can't exist.
Exactly.
Okay, one of you needs to be in charge of reading these comments, because this looks like we're getting some good comments.
Senator Hammerslag says, also, they left an interesting concept that would have been interesting. What if Caprica 5 saw illusions of Baltar just like Baltar saw her?
That's the thing.
That'd be
That's the
interesting.
thing. 6 was not an illusion, wasn't either a real Cylon. She was an angel.
Right.
Well, if you're going off of like things that they kind of cover in Caprica, they basically made all the Cylons by basically referencing
Caprica do not exist. That show do not exist.
I'm aware you don't like it, Martin. However, it was written by their people. The basic idea is that it's an entirely materialistic universe. So you can actually so they actually, in essence, made other people from the memories of other people instead of like a copy of their brain. At least for the way the Battlestar universe seemed to do things, which would kind of explain how Starbuck was able to come back. It's not actually Starbuck, it's everyone's memories of her.
But I hate that it's an idea.
Yeah.
That only works.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm just saying that's how
Shane, that only worked in the silent cyberspace. That doesn't work in the material world. And she was in the material world, or the multiple she's. Because
He was a material girl.
They even found the hair viper with her bones inside.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh, that's it. You've made enemies now.
What?
I know you're not taking any side, but you're getting kind of defensive, buddy. Don't worry about it. Martin knows it's not you.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just like, what, Martin? What? Bring it on, buddy. Bring it on. Show me your hate, Martin.
I would never raise my fist against you, Shannon. I love you that much. Gerry, anytime, but not you.
That's right. Martin would raise 2 fists.
I'm surprised you didn't call it Craprica this entire time.
Oh my God. I was so stoked with that show and it was so disappointing. Was a waste of talent, is what I call it.
This is the problem I have with Ron Moore. Is
Right.
Hit and miss?
He gets these great ideas, but he doesn't have somebody there to help him. Like Bear helped
Develop
him a lot with Bear helped him a lot with Deep Space Nine, the work that he did on DS9.
Right.
Because Bear was there to help ground him. He didn't have anybody like that when he did Battlestar or that stupid Helix series that started out. Basically, it was an offshoot of Sci-Fi Channel's attempt at making The Thing sequel, which, if you haven't heard, there's a video online that discusses the original script for The Thing sequel. That was going to be the Sci-Fi Channel 2-part movie. And
yes, I didn't like it.
Oh no, it's a terrible idea, and I'm glad it never happened.
Yep. I mean, the only thing you could technically do with it as a follow-up would be it actually starts to get into infect the world, and then just how humanity has to either die or figure out some way to survive it.
And that's kind of what's happening in the premise of it. And it's not like I was against the idea of it reaching the world. Their idea didn't work. And that's my problem. So that's it.
Or another avenue they could do, the actual aliens whose ship that was actually end up showing up. That could be an interesting twist on everything.
Which, of course, there are. You mean the original aliens that owned the ship?
Yeah.
Built it. Yeah.
Because as far as I can tell, it seems like it was just they were probably going planet to planet collecting shit, and they didn't know they had the thing, and then they basically
What
crashed.
ended up happening, what I've always suspected happened, is they picked up an organism that they didn't know was a replica. It wasn't the original organism. And because the thing, everybody goes, well, what does the original thing look like? They told you in the very first movie, The Thing, that each molecule is alive. That's what it is. It's an organism. It's a little tiny microscopic organism. And what it does is when what it was trying to show you is that it would take a cell that it found, and then that's its way of reproduction, is making a new cell that is of the original host, matching that cell by cell, taking it over.
Yeah, it can't reproduce on its own. It's basically a reproductive parasite,
which is fucking scary.
Yeah.
And and this is something that terrifies me, like that parasite that gets in fish mouths. And they even made a horror film out of it. I don't think was very good. But good God, that thing is fucking horrifying to me. Because from that point forward, that fish feeds that parasite and slowly starves to death.
Yep.
And the other one that freaks me out is, and that's what they talked about in what was supposed to be the threat in that TV series that went woke.
Helix?
The Last of Us? Is that what it was called, or what was it called?
Oh, no. What was it? The Last of Us, technically it was always... the first game technically was woke, because by the time Neil Druckmann took over the DLC, he just made Ellie gay.
Yeah, I know all that. I'm talking about the original game. The opening scene of the minis or the series was really horrifying, because right now fungus can't live inside of humans and do what those fungus do to ants and other insects.
Right.
Okay. They take them over.
I actually kind of hated that, because there was a lot of ambiguity in the game originally about how it spread everything else, and they flat out
it's simply this. It's simple. It's the fungus evolved to be able to match us on temperature, because that's what it is. Nothing can thrive in our temperature, our body temperature, and this one evolves to do it. And I have always said that they should have gone with lab produced, that it was created. That would have been extra scary. Why would you fucking do that?
Yeah.
Because scientists, as Ian Malcolm said in Jurassic Park, your scientists were so preoccupied of if they could do a thing They didn't ask, should they do a thing?
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
always been the problem with science. That's why I
There's-
always laugh when they try to make scientists the good guys. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what's going to kill us in the end, is the scientist is going to discover something and go, oh shit, that's bad.
Yeah.
After they did it.
Curiosity always kills the cat.
And I'm a science guy. I'm
we
a
make
big
cancer
science
airborne. Oops, it got out. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, did we
Like,
do
why
that?
the fuck would you do that?
I just want to see if we could. I mean, what was the worst that could? Oh,
Yeah, that's worst case scenario. Thanks, Doc.
I'm like going as much as like some people hate to hear it. I think the ideas of the Enlightenment, all this other stuff, is more of a side tangent to like we're probably just going to end up going back to feudalism eventually. You know, ever read like Canonical for Leibowitz? Like that's gonna be the future. Something's gonna get really fuck things up, and people are going to turn against technology. And it's probably going to be monks and some weird dynastic religion that are going to end up being the ones who salvage anything from the old world, because people will turn against this shit. Like we have a couple more CVIDs. Yeah, I can see people just going, no more.
Oh yeah, Sander says it. Cough, cough, coof.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
That was bioengineered, and I believe somebody's going to go to prison for it. I'm not going to say his name, but it's very similar to Ouchie.
Couchy?
Great. Don't say the fucking name.
plus a certain tie
You two
to a
will get pissed
certain
at us.
black-faced prime minister too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will tell you right now, I like that movie too, because the military advisor on that film is my boss, and he is also in the movie. They'll die. Worst joke in the world. Go to a Chinese restaurant and say, "Could I get some Wuhan to go?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Very nice. Very nice. But no, I like a lot of zombie stuff, but I hate what happened to The Last of Us, because if you ever get a chance, look up Bruce Straley, the original director for the game, talking about it. And him mentioning the relationships and everything else that's like important to him. Then look at Neil Druckmann's interviews when he's talking about The Last of Us. And he's completely up his ass. Bruce Straley is an actual creative human being, because he's focusing on what's important, which is the actual character dynamics and the relationship. Neil Druckmann throws, these are the themes of my story, which to me is always the signs of a terrible fucking writer. If you're obsessed with your themes for your writing, you're not focusing on your characters. You're not focusing on what your narrative's actually about. And there's a great deal. There's a wonderful ambiguity at the end of Last of Us 1. Like, because as far as I can tell with the end of the original game, it's supposed to be like, yeah, she knows what he did. And
she knows.
She's going okay. Like, because obviously he's lying to me for a reason, and I trust him. And I know this in part because after the first game came out, I actually went to Sec Anime, and they were there, and the questions of what was going through their mind at the end of the session came for Ashley Johnson, who's the original Ellie actress. And that's what she said.
Literally.
Yeah. Not like a rhetorical joke, but that's literally what she said. And I witnessed about what was going on and why with that scene. So, but of course, then they retcon it where, oh, actually, he definitively, damned the human race and he's evil for it. I'm going, given that there are no cures for fungal infections, how exactly is a bunch of post doctors supposed to actually synthesize a cure? when we don't have vaccines in 2025 for this shit.
What can I say?
And obviously, killing a bunch of people is not necessarily a good thing, but the whole point is that you can understand why it happened. Focus
Hello,
on
Ariel.
my characters by having them walk up to new people and yell at them about their pronouns. Okay, Ariel. Those are some big boobies.
Huge. Because
Huge.
apparently nobody will call them, they, them, ta thing it before hand, so it needs to bitch all over everyone.
Hey, Ariel. Hey, Anima, Ariel's here.
Hi, Ariel. And Bill, that is never going to happen. I'm not into anime. Well, sorry.
Yet.
No, never will be.
I've got it. Hey, good night, Mev.
Mistletoe.
Night.
Hi, Meth.
I really don't like what they did to Bill in the TV series. Bill was a lot more interesting in the game because his whole thing is he built a shit ton of traps. It wasn't just like a survivalist wet dream. It was like Jigsaw's wet dream. And they completely skipped that, where he's like, basically they go up and he's already dead and he's already in his like little community. Like, no. The character served a real purpose in the game, which is basically to show if you are by yourself, you're going to end up like this guy, because he's one of the first people they stopped by after Joel separates with Tess. It's like, is it just going to be him by himself? Because, you know, at the very beginning of the game, he doesn't know if he wants to take care of this girl. In fact, he kind of hates doing it. But then you meet the character Bill, who's basically doing this exactly that, and he kind of learns, okay, yeah, I can't do all this on my own. I can't be on my own. And the two grow closer as a result, and all of that is removed from the television series as a result. So you cut part of the character arcs for these characters down so you could have your lesbian DLC scene with Riley, which was side DLC in the original game because obviously it wasn't that important to the narrative.
I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it now.
Yeah, me either.
Just play the game.
I mean, even though it was filmed in
I played the
Calgary.
first one.
Yeah, that's all you need. It never needed a sequel. And especially if you were going to do a sequel, definitely not what they did.
Yes, and if you're gonna do it, at least write it well. Don't make it stupid.
Well, also they like for what one of the things for some of the stuff they're trying to do, having it be cordyceps is kind of problematic if you want there to be a cure. But so their own narrative devices basically uncouples the plausibility of the whole thing. I know that like zombie
Gerry.
fiction is kind of silly, but
Ariel she has a suggestion for your book.
hey, you have to have that lesbian scene. Tell me one time a lesbian scene is never recommended.
Make them extra lame.
I'm just saying is that can we get more porno lesbians in fiction and less Rosie O'Donnell lesbians in fiction?
See,
Yeah, just
that's where
balance
you
it out a bit.
That's where you don't recommend it right there.
Or oh god, Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
And is there a reason you're evil besides the fact that you're evil?
I remember telling somebody if I got trapped on an island with her, I would definitely consider self-deletion.
Oh, fuck. That's brutal.
Yeah, she emphasizes kindness. Meanwhile, basically driving her staff insane.
Oh, I'm sure there were people that were contemplating it.
I think there was actually a good number of meltdowns by staff on her show.
Oh,
so
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure. Please kill me now. Put me to eternal sleep.
Oh yeah,
no.
And my next guest is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Ellen, you an evil witch. I hope you die.
Yeah.
How do you really feel? Because I want to emphasize kindness. You an evil witch. Your staff told me they want to die. What the hell is wrong with you? I'd say you're a girly man, but that implied there's something feminine about you.
Yeah.
Tom Baker, what does Gary think about the Mad franchise? I love that old Blade Runner one.
What does Gerry think about them?
You mean Mad Max?
Or Mad TV.
Go down.
Gary,
Put
question
that
for you.
Down.
What is it?
Yeah, but nobody knows what is the question.
What does
the
Gary
Mad
think
franchise?
about the Mad franchise? I love that old Blade Runner one.
He's talking about, or she, who is it? Tom. Tom's talking about
Tom.
the Mad magazine.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
I love Mad magazine. I love Crack too.
Mm.
Crazy was okay. Crack magazine and Mad were the better spoof magazines for movies and shit.
Right.
was Cracked Magazine related to the website cracked.com, or is that a completely
Yes,
separate thing?
that's where it came from.
Okay.
Holy shit, my cat is running amok here. What did
No, I
feed
didn't.
you?
My camera just snapped kind of while I'm drawing. I'm trying to think of a better panel than the one I originally had planned out.
Bill Barkley, am I really Ned Flanders? Well, oakley dokley.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I saw the test footage for Underworld. $40 million an episode, though. I can totally get why it didn't get made, because
I got you, Ariel. I understood, and that's what I answered. I like Mad. Yeah, they were kind of comic books. They were, Tom. They weren't like regular comic books. They're more like a tabloid. I mean, not tabloid. Print magazine. They were the size of Time magazine.
Yeah,
and you would find them in the magazine section, but they were filled with comics, and they're written and drawn. Mort Drucker had a huge impact on me doing likenesses, because nobody could do a likeness like Mort Drucker and make them caricature.
I remember going to my old library and they had like those old Mad magazines, always like Spy versus Spy.
And I have the Blade Runner. They did.
Mm.
In fact,
I like the little Sergio Aragonis cartoon. Little drawings he would do like on the side and stuff like that. Same guy with from Gru the Wanderer. I love that.
I'm trying to remember. I remember reading a book was about some of the people with magazines, and one of the anecdotes in it was basically that one of the people was thought to be either the best driver or the worst driver, because basically his philosophy was this when driving, is that if you think of it this way, if everyone's going the same speed, you're only going 15 miles an hour if you're going 15 miles faster than everyone. How much did they do of Blade Runner and Mad Magazine? Was it just like
just the movie
parody?
They did the normal parody. Oh, it wasn't Mad, it was Crazy. Crazy did the Blade Runner one. Here it is. This is the entire thing. This is Blade Zone on Facebook, and I put the entire comic on there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's how it should end. Luke Skywalker just shows up at the end.
Look at that.
Are you
Look
okay?
at that fucking panel. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Bob Camp. Bob Camp was another great artist that's forgotten these days because he didn't work in comics so much as working in comical magazines.
Blade Bummer. Love it.
I have the entire Blade Runner comic book in here too from Marvel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that Marvel did that.
Better than the new ones they did.
Well, yeah.
Cover was done by Jim Steranko.
Mm-hmm.
Artist was the other artist who had an impact on me on how I draw is Al Williamson.
Yeah.
Because, again, he did great likenesses. And so I started following the way he drew people. I also like his inker. That's Carlos Garzon. And I think he's still alive, and he's somebody I would really love to interview. But there's the Steranko cover.
Oh, that's a good one.
Beauty.
And he did some different covers for the comics. I think they're Steranko, but they could be somebody else. No, that's Al Williamson right there. And Carlos Garzon. I don't know who did that cover. That's not Garzon or Al Williamson.
I also like a lot of the art that they've done.
And that's
Steranko. A question. So she asked, like Godzilla, is Blade Runner canon to Marvel?
No.
Oh, no. No. They
way.
have no rights to it.
Yeah.
That's why they've never shut me down for putting this up. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. It's just one of the many things I've done for Blade Zone over the years is collect obscure. Okay, this is Gore Vidal. Count Gore Duvall, sorry.
One sec.
I love this guy. I fucking love this guy. We've done 2 interviews with him, and I would like to do another one for this Halloween.
Oh, please.
He is one of the last living horror hosts. And he's been around since 1969. I'm not going to just say 69. Fuck you.
Dude.
God damn it, I still said 69. Fuck, I said 69 again. Fuck you guys. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Do you know he said 69 again?
Yeah, if you guys have never subscribed to Richard, I highly recommend checking him out. You can send him a friend request here. Put it in the comments. This is Richard's Gore Duvall, Count Gore Duvall page on Facebook. I highly recommend, if you love old horror movies and horror hosts, follow that link. He is a great guy. I love him. He's a sweetheart. And girls still fucking hit on him. It's great. He told Keith and me a story. And I grew up on him. He was my horror movie host as a child. Growing up in Virginia. He was on WDCA Channel 20 out of DC. And one of the coolest things he ever did, beyond just showing local short films by local filmmakers, is he would have guys on there that did cool shit, prop makers and stuff. And they had a guy come on that had made a full-scale R2-D2 that blew all of us away.
Nice. Oh yeah, if you ever get a chance, check out the art that they did for the Blade Runner tabletop. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Oh, I've actually looked at that, dude, and it's one of the games that if I get back into gaming with the gang, because I gamed with a bunch of friends, and that's one of them I said I want to do if I come back.
Yeah, they're doing Replicant Rebellion. I just got the alpha for that. It's got some nice stuff in it.
See, that's the one thing I like that they did in 2049. The problem is they made the budget impossible to make it successful.
Yeah, the tabletop game takes place in the 2030s, so it's like right between the two. So you have like basically.
I hope in their version Tyrell still exists as a company.
I think the Wallace Corp is because was it they had those stupid prequels.
Yeah, I just like
that
that.
got sold. I know, but they
one
have
of the things I just liked.
Yep, but they do have one cool thing they did. There's an actual adventures with Tyrell's niece.
Yeah, see, that company should have been taken over by her.
I agree. But one thing you will like, Holden is the current chief in the Blade Runner tabletop.
He finally recovered from his injuries.
Well, yeah, it's been how many years? Yeah, he recovered.
40 years.
Yeah. So it's Chief Holden, and he's one of the ones. So big part of the game is managing, your responsibilities as a Blade Runner versus like your actual humanity. And
man, I always wanted to be an inker. Like fucking, I'm mad because I never learned traditional inking, like the way Graham inks and the way Richard Bonk inks, and they went to school to learn that, and I couldn't afford to go to comic artist school.
And also with the tabletop, one really interesting thing that you can do with character creation, you can decide to be a replicant or a human, or you can have the GM roll for you and not tell you.
So you don't know.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is nice.
I like it too.
That's the way to go. I mean, they didn't know.
Yep.
But Decker was a replicant.
And Gerry becomes angry with Martin and suddenly bans him from the channel for some reason. I have no idea why.
I'm drawing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like I said in the beginning, you never listen.
Attica!
We can say whatever we want.
See, if I was like doing anything Blade Runner or anything, I almost would have a character. Probably wouldn't be one of the lead characters, but I'd have a side character who's having a debate and trying to figure out if he's a replicant or not, and is basically driving him insane the entire like story.
Boosh seems very excited.
Oh, he's playing Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
Yep.
That's Monty Python.
Yep. Before CD Projekt Red kind of start to lose their minds.
That bunny's dynamite.
Bunny.
Whatever.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Holy shit, wait, you streamed for 6.5 hours? How do you do that? I get exhausted when we go over 2. I'm impressed. Wait.
What do you do?
He streamed for 6.5 hours.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Of course, I've seen some crazy people that have like, I think 24-hour streams. I think some really insane people have done like 40-hour streams and just going, why?
Well, Deadman does this thing on New Year's Eve, but he has other people take over. So they're taking it in turns, just the stream is going for 24 hours. But still crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, he's alive.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, another tabletop that might interest you then, Gary, is the Alien one, which is by the same company as the Blade Runner one.
Nice.
Wait, your late night is my very, very fucking early mornings. I don't see this happening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's as if we're on a globe that rotates and it's different times for different people.
I'm 7 hours behind Central.
Shem,
Well, as of
we all
tonight,
know the
because
world is a disc, not a globe.
No, if it was a disc, it would be empty because cats would have pushed everything over the edge. We know that.
Yep.
It's scientifically proven, Martin.
Oh man, one of my favorite videos I ever saw was a guy. You know, cats always land on their feet. He finds a bit of toast that always lands on its, butter side up. So he duct tapes the toast to the cat, and it's spinning, and he makes a power source out of it. It's great.
I think one of my favorite cat things was in the movie Boondock Saints.
Oh,
Anima laughed when it happened.
Your precious
Anima laughed when it happened.
I don't even remember what happened.
They killed the cat.
They vaporized the cat by accident.
He accidentally shoots the fucking cat. And then the girl gets angry at him and he says, "What was its name?" And she sits there because she doesn't know the cat's name at first. And then finally she remembers something like Tinkerbell. He goes, "That's not fair because that's such a common name."
Yeah, that was so over the top. That was funny.
It was clearly not a real cat.
It's also clearly a Marv scene from Pulp Fiction. We live on a flat Earth. That's why the cats want to push us off it. Actually, one of my favorite things ever was with the Flat Earth Society saying they had members around the globe.
They have
and then
members
there's the
all around the globe.
response saying, "Please say that, but slower."
Slowly.
The one that gets me is that they're aware that all other planets in our solar system are globes. Just ours isn't. The sun is a globe.
Do they just go into like doors and they just like throw the globes on the ground and stomp them flat, going, "There's your Earth! There's your Earth!"
Yeah.
I had a discussion.
All narration for flat earthers should be Werner Herzog.
Well, I was talking with this one girl at a party, and she totally turned the discussion around, revealed she was a flat earther. And then I walked away from that group, and a little later I heard her talk about her job. She's a fucking flight attendant.
Oh God!
How can you work on a plane and be a flat earther? That blew my mind.
You know, there's a thing called spherical trigonometry that kind of proves that the Earth is round. GPS is kind of reliant on that kind of thing.
Don't tell them anything about mathematical sciences. It's beyond them.
Heresy.
That would scare them.
Oh man, Gary, how long have you known this heretic?
Yeah. You know, when you got 90 degrees at 3 corners of the earth, it kind of proves that the earth is round. I'm just saying.
All right.
I can't be friends with you anymore.
He's just a Canardian.
Yeah, Canardian. Oh,
Here
man.
we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Herzog is stranded in the jungle.
Oh, I love this.
Ship that won't move, and time is running out. He needs money to move the ship, but no one will invest unless the ship moves first. Behind his back, some of the actors are talking about getting out while the getting is good. Only a few of the cast, crew, and Indians.
Eat your heart out, James Cameron. This should have been an Avatar.
I'm telling you.
He needs a hug.
Werner is in such a bad place right now during this interview. But I love this interview with him. He's just talking about his state of mind. Because he's trapped in the middle of the fucking Amazon.
With Klaus Kinski.
Having to carry this massive feather by himself with no help.
How can Navi be in harmony with nature? And nature itself is death and destruction.
Frog
and pain.
It's
nothing
screaming
but
out the
pain. I should have killed Kinski years ago.
I know, right?
I should have put these animals out of their misery.
It's an
Look, he's
unfinished
fleeing
country.
scene.
It's still prehistorical.
It's primordial.
The only thing that is lacking is the dinosaurs here. It's like a curse weighing on an
There
entire
are dinosaurs
landscape.
there in the water.
And whoever goes too deep into this has his share of that curse. So we are cursed with what we are doing here. It's a land that God, if he exists, has created in anger. It's the only land where creation is unfinished yet.
He hates his life.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Werner Herzog kills me. I love him so much.
I hate my life. I cannot believe I am part of this.
All it is about is sustaining life until you die.
Please, somebody put me out of my misery.
I have a feeling that
I wish that Kinski had killed me in our first film.
When God stopped with creation, he created Kinski as the anti to creation.
Yes, he is anti-creation. Oh, absolutely. I will not leave this place until it is completely destroyed. We must strip this jungle of all life.
Everything is awesome.
Tom Baker says,
Everything is
I've got
great when
funny
you're part of the
feelings.
team.
I would have gotten along with Claus. I'm like, yeah, you probably would have until he stabbed you.
No, I got to tell you something. Tom, I'm actually really a big fan of Kinski. I mean, not Kinski. Well, I'm a fan of Kinski's too, but I love Werner Herzog. I love his work. I've seen everything he's ever made, and you have not seen the documentary of his relationship with Kinski until you watch his movie, My Best Fiend.
Oh Lord!
It is
that's
a great
one. Just in the beginning, when he's talking to like the people that let him live there for free and were even doing his laundry, and he'd still fucking attack them.
Yeah, he's insane. He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a certified psychopath. He really was diagnosed a psychopath.
His like thing of like Jesus Christ Superstar. I forget what they were playing with it, but like you just see his eyes of him going on these rants, and you can tell there is no sanity there. There's just madness.
Oh Lord!
Talent and madness is all Kinski was.
Life is madness.
Oh man, I do admit I do love the scene at the end where he's showing the outtakes from Agria, and it's just Kinski trying to like move a boat and failing.
Oh jeez.
And that movie is something to watch, because you can't watch it without knowing what happened in the making of it. It's impossible.
I don't know if I want to now. It's so depressing.
Yeah.
It's good. It's history.
Oh, jeez.
It's history, and it's cinema, and it is a great fucking movie. And the boat was actually Fitzcarraldo.
No, it's it's a little mini one. It's like a rowboat type thing near the end of Best Fiend.
Oh yeah, where they're trying to but that's the movie. Aguirre is where he confronted Kinski, with a gun, and he really was considering murdering him and then shooting himself.
Well,
his madness was rubbing off on
Jesus
Werner.
And there's even rumors of Werner actually waking outside of Kinski's house with a gun, contemplating murdering him. I'm like going, normally that would be bullshit, but given it's Kinski and Werner Herzog, I totally believe that actually happened.
Hell yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And the way he describes the moments, he's so casual and calm about it. Like when he got shot in the arm with that fucking pellet gun, he didn't know it was a pellet gun. He got hit, and it broke the skin. You know,
right?
He got hit in was it right below the
upper
stomach.
right arm? I thought it was his arm that got hit.
No,
he was standing. His side was facing where the guy was.
Wasn't it
shooting.
his belly?
If you guys say it is, I'm going to believe you.
With the Kermode shot, it's like he has to take his underwear off to show where the bullet hole hit. So it's right. It's right above the. It's at the top of the pelvic area, basically.
Now, another movie. When we get back to doing movies, I want to do is Dogs of War, classic, with Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken when he was young.
I was thinking of that.
I love the book, and I found the movie a little disappointing. It's not a bad movie, but it's not.
The book is so much better, but I still like the film. Yeah, here it is. I found it.
An early Christopher Walken movie I like a lot is The Dead Zone. That's a pretty good one.
It is one I enjoyed, but I just didn't think it was one of his best films. Yeah, I used to know Mark Kermode. I helped him with his Blade Runner documentary.
There was a bit of a story about him being shot when he was with you, and I think he's been talking it up in the press, hasn't he?
What's happened is when I interviewed Herzog for the Culture Show a while ago about his film Grizzly Man, I was interviewing him in Los Angeles out on an open road, and in the middle of the interview, he got shot. He now has been telling that story and dining out, and every time he tells the story, he becomes more courageous, which I have to say he was. And we, the BBC, become more and more cowardly. It's like, oh yes, they were ducking and running away, but I was just standing there. To me, it is an insignificant bullet.
Well, I think in the mood of fairness and transparency that the BBC is embracing at the moment, we can all relive that as it actually happened right now.
In Germany, I've somehow left the paved road.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares about my films. For example, what was that?
Yeah.
I think we quickly realised that some wacko had taken a pot shot at us with an air rifle, and Herzog had been hit.
It was the ghost of Kinski.
It just happened when we were outside. There was a noise.
I didn't see a grassy knoll.
Believe it.
I think here somewhere. Yeah.
No, I mean that's somebody shot at you and created a wound in your abdomen.
It's not significant.
The scariest thing about that is when he reveals the bullet wound. It's hard not to go, but he's wearing paisley boxer shorts. Werner Herzog, the man who's been in the jungles of Peru, wears paisley boxer shorts. God bless him.
He likes a little bit of luxury underneath. Don't we all? Don't we all, Mark? So what's next?
Also,
all right.
Yeah.
Konichiwa.
I always wanted to.
It was.
I always wanted to do a parody where Werner Herzog just keeps getting more and more wounds, but he just keeps going, "It's nothing. It's fine."
Yeah, so every interview he gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just gets shot in a different place. It's like, holy shit. And he's just like bleeding. It's just the blood's going everywhere.
It happens. It is what you do as a creator. You must be willing to be shot for your art.
Yeah. It's merely a flesh wound.
Yeah. Just a flesh wound.
No,
you're a loony.
I would love it if he said that. It's merely a flesh wound.
Oh god, I would love him to have directed Arnold in an action movie and just ends up getting like hit with shrapnel, and he's just like, "No, keep on shooting. I wish to spend as little time with Mr. Schwarzenegger as possible."
The closest he ever got to working with someone of that level is working with John Milius.
Oh, man.
With the first Conan movie, because I love it when he gets bit by a fucking wolf in his calf. I mean, it fucking bit him, and he's complaining about it. And Milius just grabs him and says, "That injury is for now. This movie is forever. Get back up there and finish the scene."
Oh God, that's heartless.
I know, but that's John Milius, man. You got hurt. You got an ouchie. That's for now. Get over it. This movie is forever. Get up there and finish the scene. He didn't. He finished the fucking scene.
Me and Milius had a competition for who could take the most punishment. We both nearly died, but I won in the end.
We wanted to see how much we would weigh with so much lead in our bodies. So we took shots.
Gross.
I won in the end.
Yeah, well, the interviewer needs to ask, well, who won? Well, obviously I did. I lived longer.
Yes.
And I'm still being shot.
Pew! Right up.
Yeah, right in the middle of that, he gets shot again.
Yeah, right in the middle of shots. It's like,
do you see what they have to put up with?
Even in death, you're still bugging me.
Curse you, hurt.
Hey,
Curse
it's
you,
Kinski. It's always Klaskinski.
Yeah.
And now it's come out about Kinski with his other daughter that he did inappropriate shit with her.
Oh,
what, Natasha as well? Because I know
it was. I was told it was another sister, and I was completely unaware of this. And I'm like, no shit. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like he freaking groomed her. It's really creepy.
Huh. The more you know.
Never imagine a psychopath doing that.
I miss the days when they did it all in secret and you didn't know about it.
Oh my God. Shut up, Mike. That is too dark.
I know.
Yeah, pull a Kinski.
I'm sorry.
I prefer the days when people did things awful to other people in silence of their homes.
Yes.
So you never had to know.
What did you turn into?
We are
It's basically Werner Herzog destroying the world.
Oh man. Comedy gold.
Him just going, it's like, I miss the Nazis. I wanted to kill some more of them before they left.
Missed opportunity.
I'm not sure you understand. Are you talking about this haircut? Military haircut, high and tight? Being like the one Ford has in that new movie that I haven't seen, nor will I ever.
Oh. Blacked in America?
Oh, yeah.
And that's not why I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because of its politics.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Did you know Trump is a evil bad person? I didn't know that till the movie people told me.
What?
What? Really?
Yeah.
That happened? Is that a thing?
I mean, we all kind of called it that it was gonna be like that anyway. I mean, come on.
Really?
We knew.
Thank God for Hollywood telling
I
us.
know.
The
Teaching us
multiverse
the error of
Trump.
our ways. Yeah.
Because Kingpin's Trump, President is Trump. I forget which other characters were basically just supposed to be analogies for Trump.
Trump.
Even
Trump
the
for
Spider-Man
Trump.
video game they did, the one that was actually popular, they had Fisk Tower, and it was done in the same damn font and everything.
Oh yeah, of course it would be.
Like, they don't seem to understand that if you make him into the villain, you actually mythologize him more.
Yeah, they do everything wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway. So now I'm going to draw jowls on him, make him a little jowly.
Yeah.
Bruh.
His skin, he has quite a lot of fat, Gerry. Why did you make someone who is so fat?
So you can understand his pain.
Fuck off, Mike.
But he is not in the jungles with Koskinsky. He knows nothing of pain.
He will lose.
Pain is not to be understood. Pain is to be transformed by.
Yes.
No. Pain is
I
to
want-
make you feel the insignificance of existence. And then you realize that it was preparing you to meet Koskinsky.
Yeah. I want to moosh his face.
Oh god, I'd love to have Vernon end up in like a meeting to like direct an MCU movie. I know it would never work out, but that would be fucking hilarious. I do not understand this multiverse, Kevin.
What is he being driven by? Why does he want this so badly?
Why is there a red Hulk? I thought the Hulk was green.
It's representing his anger. Oh, hold on.
Oh man.
You claim the Hulk is angry, but the Hulk looks nothing like Klaus Kinski.
What is Bush talking about?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. You guys got to read these things to me. I'm drawing.
To be
That
honest,
guy's.
to be honest, I didn't see anything.
What are you,
As,
Sergeant
I
Schultz? I see nothing.
I saw
Bush.
I saw all those movies. I heard all the people saying the same shit, but I didn't see a representation of Trump in any of those characters. I'm sorry. I think
Yeah, I'm watching Daredevil, and I don't see it either.
I just
Daredevil
think
season 3. He's in a tower. One. More importantly, he uses terms like fake news.
everybody says fake news. I think, and not without risk. People are beginning to read too much into things, and of course, it's not gratuitous. We've been pushed on live for too long, so now we see the scarecrow on every shadow. But take a step back is what I would say.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta drop off here. So I got something that's
We're at
come
the
up.
end anyway.
Yep.
Well,
Are
okay,
we?
fine.
Yeah, we're almost
Yeah,
at
it's
2
almost
hours.
2 hours. So
Yeah, I
Okay.
appreciate you coming by, no matter what.
yeah, hey, no problem. All good.
Always good to have you.
Mike,
Yes.
can you turn your drawing? I want to show it on the
Oh
big
well,
square
okay, fine. It's
so we
I'm
can
just
see
kind
what
of
you were doing. Oh my!
roughing out.
Looking
Kind of like
good, buddy.
page 2, sort of planning it out. I'm gonna redo the third panel on this page, but yeah, so plotting it all out, just working it out of my head. So
Nice.
Yep. So there you go. So you guys have fun. And as for me, I'm going to figure out what my schedule is going to be for going forward. See, now I got the new job and all that starting Monday. So
starting Monday, wow.
Yeah, Monday, 8:00 in the morning. So have fun, my dudes. I shall catch you all on the flip side.
All right, brother.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Bye, Mike.
All right. See ya.
Bush, I can't speak for 184 because I didn't see it, but the Harrison Ford one was more so, it was before the reshoots.
Okay, I can understand that, because I don't know, that character wasn't a villain per se. Was an ex-villain trying to, how to put it, exorcise his past mistakes.
I'm just glad I haven't seen any of the movies since Endgame, pretty much. I think I've skipped all of them.
Wow. Haven't you seen the Eternals? You have to see the Eternals.
If I need a sleeping aid, I will.
Had no one ever.
No, you have to. If I did, all the world has to do it yet. Everybody has to suffer with me.
Yep. And someone saw that and went, you know what? You know what this person should direct next? Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Damn. That movie was so bad and so stupid.
Though I do
What
find
movie?
it hilarious because
The
people like
Eternals.
posting clips. What was it? The gay one is the one who ended up making the nuclear bomb and just goes, "What have I done?"
My. So, somebody say something.
Something.
Good.
You're so funny.
What I don't understand at all is how they have how many decades of comic books for these characters, and they can't find like one storyline to adapt. They have to try doing their own bullshit, which they fail at.
Because, they think they have better ideas. That's their whole shtick. I can do that better than the original creator.
Ah, so the Ridley Scott method. I wish Dan O'Bannon was still alive and had influence on Alien.
Oh
I
my
think he
God.
should have had every fucking call, but
They still got Ron Shusett, but they didn't have any power. Dan O'Bannon had no influence on where it went.
Yep.
That was Brandywine and Fox.
And yeah, I put that awesome nerd patient zero is Dan O'Bannon because we have Blade Runner in part because of him. We have Alien definitely because of him.
Nerd patient zero. I like that.
It's true. The Long Goodbye comic that was referenced when they were originally making the Cityscape for Blade Runner, written by drawn by Mobius, written by Dan O'Bannon.
Well, that's something that has been discussed, is that one of the things that influenced Ridley Scott was that comic, and boom, there's Dan O'Bannon right in the middle of it. But it was Hampton Fancher that brought it around, and it was Ridley's partner. I'm forgetting names now.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, but I'm that guy with Blade Runner and that everybody expects to go to be able to get this information. That's how I met Mark Kermode, because that's what they told him. If you want to know Blade Runner and how to get a hold of anybody from it, talk to Gerry. That looks good.
Yeah.
I like doing hair, by the way.
Should we wrap this up?
As I
Probably.
finish this. I want to
We're
finish
running
this.
out of topics.
But I'm not running out of art.
Yeah, but we're running out of topics, and if nobody's talking, it's boring.
Oh.
Now we just become a show about Zen.
See, Shanaski, she called you boring.
I keep telling him he doesn't listen to
I'm
me.
sorry, Martin. I was busy falling asleep. What was that?
Hi, Sax. Do your thing, Martin.
Hey, Sax. Okay, allow me.
Gerberry.
Yeah, come on, Shanatsky. You're the dancing monkey.
Hey, fuck you, Kyle.
You're the dancing monkey, so you have to bring up the chat, the discussions.
Yeah, you abandoned us for months.
Yeah, where were you?
Right.
I don't even have the ability to do that. So
To do what? To abandon us for months?
no, bring up a chat. I didn't ban you. You don't freaking pay me.
No. Like talk. Just talk. Just be the star of the show.
Talk. Wants me
You're the
to-
dancing monkey.
That's a racist.
I never
What?
pictured that.
Just because I'm making fun of your dad doesn't mean that I'm racist.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had a racist.
Do we still have that?
No,
clip?
it's racist, but whatever.
I don't know if we saw that clip.
I haven't seen it in ages.
Hey, it just goes to show, we need a little bit more of that in the world. Once again, racism has saved America like it has in the past.
Jesus.
People forget, man, we had a Democrat president who hated Black Americans. And he
resegregate the military.
He resegregated after it was desegregated. He resegregated it, and then invited filmmaker. I just forgot his name. Birth of a Nation. The premiere of that fucking movie was at the White House.
Yep. Very proud. We're a really schizophrenic country when you break it down.
You're weird in so many ways.
That comes with the enormous number of your population.
Well, yeah, it's because we're 50 states. People forget that. We're actually technically a federation.
Aren't you 51?
No.
Until we get Canada.
Oh.
Or Greenland.
Yeah.
Well, Greenland, that's old. That shit has been talked about over a century, I think.
Well, they brought it up. And I'm all for it because I love Greenland and we need Greenland.
I'm just saying, people act like it's Trump's idea. It is not. That shit is old.
No. I don't know. No. He's just reviving the idea.
He's reviving it, yeah.
I kind of wish we'd be honest about being imperialist if we're actually going to just act like it, because we had this weird like half and half thing. It was like, oh yeah, we're going this country and nation building, but we're not actually running things. It's like, nah, it's silly to do things that way. I mean, it's bad enough to go, but if you are going to be doing that type of shit, just be honest about it. Like post World War II is really crazy too, because basically we went, hey, Germany, you know, those scientists and intelligence agency agents and everything else, they're ours now. So like we had this really weird thing of all this German shit being infused into the West, which didn't exist before. So we almost have like these schizophrenic stages to us as a country.
That's a way to put it.
Yeah.
We're also really like, in terms of writing, if you had written about a British colony like rising up and becoming like a power to like dwarf everything else in 1750, that the American colonies would rise up, like people would go, that's ridiculous, that's nuts, and yet that's exactly what happened. We're almost like, we almost have like plot armor, for lack of a better term.
Yeah. Plot armor.
I mean, how can you describe going? It's like, oh yeah, we'll just happen to get the better scientists, and we'll be kept out of most of the death and destruction of World War II until like way later into it. Thus, meaning we don't have to spend years massively rebuilding infrastructure. Oh, and a bunch of European nations borrowed money from us, so they have to pay it back. So we have like an insanely good economy in the 1950s. And that's just a crazy story right there.
Okay. What was the alternative?
What was the alternative?
Mm.
Well, we could have stayed a British colony.
Yeah.
I mean, like Canada is technically still British, so.
Yeah, that's.
Speaking of that, Anima and I have been watching a series that's really good. Called
which one?
Son of a Critch.
Oh yeah, that one. Have you checked that out yet, Martin?
No, I've been too busy. I've been too busy being sick, but
okay.
I at least I went to IMDb, and it didn't
so
clarify
good.
nothing. I have my questions, but I don't want to ask them until I have seen the show.
Just start watching, and it's going to drag you in. You can't stop once you start. It's one of these shows.
What's it about?
A family in Newfoundland.
It's a coming of age show about this kid growing up in Newfoundland, Labrador, and it's really fucking good. It's
he has an older
done
brother and
very similar to the way they did Sheldon,
Young
but I got to
Sheldon,
be honest with you, this show
It's
is a little
better.
more grounded in reality because it's actually about the guy that created the show growing up, and his family is weird fucking family.
So
And the best character is the grandfather. Pop
Played by Malcolm McFucking-Dowell.
Oh, now you got my attention.
Yeah,
And he's
like
one of the best
5
parts
times
of the
before
show.
Martin. That name always gets your attention, and then you don't go and check out the show.
He is the best thing of everything in which he is. Even when it's a cameo, you see him and say, "Oh my fucking god, it's Malcolm McDowell."
Remember how good he was in Caligula?
Well, he was a cunning linguist in that movie.
Oh my god, that fucking movie. All I know is somebody says, "Why did you watch that movie?" And I looked into the camera and I said, Helen Mirren.
Oh, I thought you would have said, was it Peter O'Toole or whoever? Who was like
no,
the
fucking Helen
dictator?
Mirren, for God's sake. She's in that movie. And oh my God, she's
she
in that
is
movie.
in that movie.
Barely in that movie. Yeah, I always find that hilarious when there's whole thing of like, so how are we going to, explain? I mean, how are we going to respect you as an actress and give you general roles? I know, we'll have you take your clothes off.
At one time, that was actually considered risque, and few actresses wanted to do it. And as time went by, that changed, and it became kind of a perk in the 70s to get to do that.
I just find it hilarious there's a character whose name is Longinus in Caligula.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking Monty Python joke.
No, it does. It sounds like something to be a joke, but no, there is a character named Longinus in Caligula. Like going,
how about my friend, Biggus Dickus?
Yep.
Is there anything funny about the name Biggus Dickus?
I don't remember Caligula too well. I do remember that head chopping machine where like the people buried up.
It was like a lawnmower, and they're buried up to their. Yeah, that fucking scene was nuts.
It's such a weird, surreal thing because, like, what is it? It's like they're on a contraption and it's like a giant wall, and then there's like guards sitting along the bottom of it, and there's like arches and all this crazy shit. And people are throwing, was it bad, like tomatoes at the people down below?
It's fucking nutty scene.
It's like, yeah, it's okay, everyone. Caligula's a god now. He'll be fine. Oh my god, it's not fine. Oh my god.
I did see the porn removed version, and it was actually it actually was good. It's Bob Guccione that screwed that fucking movie up. Because without the actors knowing, he was the reason why it was porned up.
Oh yeah, they had the ultimate cut come out in 2023.
Yep.
I need to see that one probably.
Highly recommend it.
That's good to know. That's crazy. There's as many versions of that as Apocalypse Now.
By the way, Shannon,
yes,
did you see? Oh my God, A Working Man yet?
No. It takes a lot for me to go out to a movie, man.
Are you talking about the Chuck Dixon movie?
Yep.
I have not seen it yet. Is it out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Like I don't know these things because I'm in a relationship with someone who I can't take to movies. That was what I was going for.
And it's beating Disney at the box office too. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well,
yesterday it came out yesterday, so
it's not that difficult considering that Disney's beating themselves. They are auto punching themselves in the face.
I keep telling you, they're missing the boat on the Statham verse. Just say every Statham movie, it takes place in the same universe. Don't even have to change anything.
No. You can even use the one and say they are all in different universes. That's why he has different names.
Oh my God, he's the one. He was in that movie, by the way.
Yeah, yes,
he was.
Statham becomes the most Statham of all Stathams. Yeah, that's what was really going on. We're seeing the what was it? It was 128 universes or some shit in that movie.
So there you go. Page finished.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Prepare, fight. I remember when I first had to do my first full contact, and I didn't know the words. The guy walks up and he says it in Japanese for you to bow, and then he says fight, but he says it in Japanese, and I'm like, do we fight now? And I waited for the other person to make a move for it because I didn't know what to do. I was a white belt. I got my ass handed to me. It was fun. Settings. All right. Camera switch to the version right here. Where the hell is it? There it is.
Oh my God. I'm looked up Caligula. No, there's apparently 42 different edits of the fucking movie.
What?
42 edits? I never heard about that.
Not counting like the rushes, which
Tom Baker. Statham is in your blacklist too.
The rushes is 96 hours of footage. The preliminary assembly was 9 hours. Second assembly was 254 minutes, 54 seconds. And then like just all the different versions.
Hey, it's DJ Play Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the artwork being done. That's another page done. And I'll do some cleanups here, over the next hour, including putting in the word bubbles.
Okay, I'm gonna need some clarification in that. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I just hate his damn guts. What the fuck?
Tom is jealous that he didn't get to do as much coke as Jean-Claude.
That's not the first time he's saying something like that, too. So what's going on there, Tom?
He's just saying that he's conflicted. That's it.
It's
It's nothing weird. A lot of people, I have conflicted feelings about a lot of things.
He's a Jean-Claude sexual.
Oh.
He's a Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh my. So let's say bye to and thanks to everybody. So Real Wade Nation, thank you so much for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. Snort a Peepus Cure Bear, we love you, buddy. Penny, you're so awesome. Watching the kids and still watching or listening to the show. I love that.
No, when she dropped in, the grandkids had just left. So she was off her grandma duty.
I misread that. I thought she had just gotten the kids. All right, so Bush McFadden, who we always worry about him. I loved his last one. This is your colon. This is Bush's colon, and it's exploding.
Yeah, poor guy.
Gambit 1987, Lady V, good seeing you. Christian Delorme, Read by Nature, Sander Hammerschlag, Ariel O'Neill Ballette was here today again. We're so glad to see you. Glad you're doing better. DJ Play Nice dropped in. Good to see you too, my friend. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. This is Friday, right? This Friday? Or Saturday? This is Saturday.
Saturday.
I lose track of my days. I'm old.
Yeah, now that I don't have structure.
Why is it so cold in here? Someone turn up the heat.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, Pepperidge Farms remembers.
I guess it's
Grandpa, the house is on fire. Nonsense. It's cold in here.
Remember that hit and run you drove away from? Yeah, Pepperidge Farms remember. I like Van Damme a lot, but I think he's kind of an asshole. But god damn, I enjoy his martial arts. I disliked some of his films, not because of how good he is, but because he would do show-off moves. Kicks where he would hold the kick in the air. It just, nobody would do that. One of my favorite fights is between him and Sho Kosugi in one of his early films where he was the villain. And that was a good fight. But that's it for Van Damme. And that's it for the show today. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Everybody have a wonderful Saturday. Don't forget to watch monster movie. I don't know. Watch something. Enjoy yourself. Somebody go see this new movie and tell me if it's any good. I know it's going to be. You know the film I'm talking about because I didn't even know.
Or
it came
Chuck
out.
Dixon will come to your house, Gary, and he'll kick you.
Working Man.
Oh.
Yeah, I want Chuck Dixon to come, but I love it. I called him one day, and he answered, and he goes, "Hello," and I said, "Hey, Chuck, it's Gary." Which Gary? I'm like, oh crap, you're one of those people. It's got too many Garys in your life. Crap. Then I have to explain who I am, and then he'll love. Oh, hey, how you doing? I didn't mean to actually answer your call.
Oh,
he never said that. But I make that joke because, like, yeah, if you knew it was me, you wouldn't have answered, motherfucker. I love Chuck Dixon, and it's so cool. I worked with him on one of my first comics, and for IDW, and the rule is if you become friends with Chuck Dixon, you are going to become friends with Graham Nolan. And I think that's one of the coolest things that ever happened to me is becoming friends with Graham Nolan. I fucking love that dude. Love his family. Fuck, if you go to my Facebook page, I'm friends with his family. It's like, that's when you know you become friends with somebody, is when you start, they start reaching out. Well, I like what he says when he's talking about your artwork, Graham. And I don't call him Graham, I call him Gray. What's up, Gray? I don't think anybody else calls him that. He answers to it, so I'm like, he likes it. He didn't correct me.
The show is ending, right? I'm trying to remember what we were doing.
Ending the show. And
yeah,
trying to find something to end on, and I can't find anything, but I guess we can talk about what I'll be doing Monday. More drawing. Yes, it'll be exciting. And remember, I will continue to put that up there. If you want me to wear the fucking wig, you guys got to put $1 or $2 something into it until it gets $10, and I'll put it on for the rest of the show. Or just.
You take a hell of a long time to say.
I got a fever.
Shut up, Martin.
I was wanting to play that.
This is me talking to Martin.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
That's not true. He has never called me English.
Stop that. It's silly.
So we'll go ahead and end down. Everybody have a great one, and we'll see you on Monday. Be safe this weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.